Welcome to this introductory tutorial on the main functions of the OptoJump Next software. We will presume that the software has been correctly installed and that the webcam and the OptoJump Next bars have been connected to the respective USB ports. The software consists of four main modules. Athletes, which makes it possible to insert data about the athletes and to manage the athlete groups to which we can associate the inserted athletes. Test, necessary for carrying out the tests and the definition of the tests and work protocols. Results, section dedicated to the analysis of the tests made, to their comparison and to the assessment of their performance over time. Utility, which makes it possible to make the best configuration of our software and to optimize the use of peripherals. Let's see how it works. The OptoJump test makes it possible to verify communication between the software and the OptoJump bars and to check they are correctly aligned. Press the button Execute. You enter the test area and see the corresponding red LEDs turn on. When the test is over, press Stop to exit the function. Now let's see how to correctly configure the webcam. Access Basic Setting. Select the installed webcam from the drop-down menu. Press the button Test to check if it works correctly. You should see the live image taken by the webcam. You have two basic controls available. These are exposure and gain that you regulate to obtain an optimal image adjusted to the ambient light. We recommend using an exposure of between 1/50th and 1/200th to obtain fluid images, and adjusting the gain if working in dimly lit places. Confirm your choice and remember to save before exiting. Click on the logo to return to the home page. Now let's look at how to insert a new athlete. Access Athletes. Click on Insert Modify Athlete and you will see the list of athletes previously inserted. Click on New Athlete and fill out the fields proposed. The only mandatory field is the family name. The weight is necessary for the calculation of power and energy. You can also insert the athlete's photo, either by acquiring it from the webcam in real time or by taking it from a file you already have. When you save, your athlete will appear in the list. To better manage your athletes, you can create groups into which they can be subdivided. Click on Insert Modify Group. Select New Group and type in its name. Now, to match the athlete to the group which was just created, select him and with a drag and drop operation associate him. Multiple selections are possible with the Ctrl or Shift keys. Click on the group to check its composition. It is possible to create an indefinite number of levels simply by selecting the main group and clicking New Group as before. Now let's look at the test module, inside which we will be able to perform pre-configured tests, define customized tests, or create work protocols defined as test sequences. Let's try to define a customized test during which the athlete will perform 8 vertical jumps. Click on Define Modify Tests. Here we find the list of tests already pre-configured by Microgate. By passing the mouse over each one, you see their configuration parameters. Click on New Test. Type in an example name and select the test type from the drop-down menu. In our example, Contact Flight Times. Set Status Change as Start Type and select inside the area. Choose the same options for the end of the test. Specify that there will be 8 jumps. It will also be possible to insert notes, and if you like, you will be able to record an example film sequence from the webcam. When you save, you will see the test appear in the list. At this point, make the athlete perform the test you have just created. Click on Execute and carry on with the following steps. Select the athlete from the list. Select the test you have just created. Press Execute. Wait for the OK sound signal and let the athlete perform the test. In real time, you can see the webcam images, graphics and numerical data. When the test is over, if you are satisfied with the results, you can save it. Now, perform a second test configuring the view settings. For example, hiding the numerical data. The test could be repeated, reviewed, cancelled, or saved. Now, let's analyze the results module. The screen is subdivided into three main parts. On the left, you can find the filter options to search or filter the test's database. In the center, you can find the list of all the saved tests, possibly filtered by your parameters. Use the right arrow icon to select the test to view or compare. If you double-click or select View, you will go on to a review of the single test. Here you will find the saved film sequence, the graphics, and the numerical data with statistical values and some other data. The performance of the test can be reviewed by clicking on the key Play. The flow of the test can be interrupted at any point, allowing frame by frame backwards or forward, rapid shifts using the slider or the start and end commands. The data and graphics of the test can be printed or exported in various formats. Clicking on Print generates a complete report of all the numerical and graphic data. You can print directly by clicking on the icon Print Report or export in the desired format. Now let's look at how to compare two previously selected similar tests. Click on Compare. In this context, you can see the two tests side by side with their respective videos, data and graphics, which can be shown horizontally or vertically. To be able to make an effective comparison of the tests, it is essential to synchronize them on a common instant. Let's look, for example, for the start of the first jump for both the tests and press the button Synchro. Click on Play and you will see that from this moment the test will evolve from a common instant. It is possible to isolate a part of the film by defining a portion of the test using the keys Set Start and Set Stop. By setting reproduction to continuous mode, it is possible to loop the part of the film at both normal and reduced speed. If you return to the main panel, you can study the evolution of some parameters of several tests over time. Select two or more tests and click on History. By default, the data for average values are shown, but it is possible to refer to any of the jumps. In this case, the second. As in all the other modules, the graphics can be customized both by selecting the piece of data to be shown, for example, the height or power instead of flight and contact times, and the type by selecting bars or lines. This is the end of the tutorial on general functions. For more detailed information, Please refer to the user manual or visit the site www.optojump.com where you will find other webcasts.